Good afternoon, YouTube. What's going on? It's Mesa back at it with some Destiny. In case you missed the reveal stream today from Bungie, where they went over private matches, Supremacy, and also a new ViDoc. And hey, you guys bugged me for saying ViDoc, because Deej even says ViDoc in this. Anyway, check out my last two videos, guys. I went to a Bungie Capture Event in July, thanks to Activision for flying me out. And I got one guide on Supremacy with hands-on gameplay for myself, and then also one all about private matches, more gameplay for me, and also the user interface. Huge shout out to Raptor. He's the one that recorded the stream for me and uploaded it, so I'm going to link his channel in the description. Thank you, good sir. Without further ado, here is the stream from the start.
Rise of Iron has everything you'd expect from a new Destiny expansion.
We got a whole new suite of brand new weapons.
We have multiplayer with 3 new maps, got a new mode called Supremacy. We've got private matchmaking. We needed a raid.
I don't think we could have shipped Rise of Iron without a brand new raid.
Tons of new armor, tons of new gear. There's a story campaign with characters and cinematics.
New public events, new patrols, and new secrets to uncover. Rise of Iron's about looking at this story that's existed in the Destiny universe, this character, Lord Saladin.
I am the lone sentry, and my watch is eternal.
It's this journey to understand the past, what happened to these great heroes.
The Iron Lords are gone, but our fight is far from over.
And through that process, you're saving humanity, you're becoming an Iron Lord yourself, you're getting to wield a giant axe.
The idea of playing through a blizzard is something that we've never tried, and you're going to see that in Felwinter Peak.
Felwinter Peak is very interesting because we've never had the player fighting through a social space before.
When you walk in there for the first time and the fire's lit and it's just casting glow up onto these 8 heroes, you've been holding their weapons for 2 years. When we can take those elements of Destiny and put them all together into one coherent moment, I think is awesome.
It is time to finish what I began so very long ago. Come, Guardian, help me give my friends the rest they deserve.
This is the Guardian's journey with Saladin.
He's sending you out into kind of a land that's been forgotten in the Cosmodrome.
You're going into Earth, but it's changed. It's actually expanded. You'll see the plague lands, post-apocalyptic sky, there's lava welling up from the ground.
We know the devils have been digging into the Cosmodrome for years. They've been looking for something. Well, what they found is Siva. It is a nanotechnology that can be used to shape things, but they're not trying to use it to build, they're trying to use it to destroy.
They've started mutating their bodies, turning themselves into giant monsters, transforming the landscape, even of the Cosmodrome, into this horrible, burning fortress world.
Hell's loose in old Russia. Every second we stand here, Siva's influence spreads and the Devil Splicers grow more powerful. Keep fighting, Guardian.
After the campaign finishes, you have patrols that really tell the story of this continued infestation in the land. And we have a new strike that shows just what the Fallen are doing with the Siva.
It's this spooky place called the Wretched Eye. There's this really neat boss encounter. A fallen captain has plucked an eye out of an ogre, affixed it to his weapon, and he's using that to sort of tase you out of your rat hole while this blind ogre just walks around trying to crush you.
We also have a few reprise strikes that we're bringing back for players.
We very consciously set out to create a journey. This is arc of claustrophobia, space inside the wall. And then you get on top of it, and it's sort of this amazing breath of fresh air.
You get this vista from the Cosmodrome, it's lit on fire, and there's this death Zamboni who's just trying to crush your bones to dust.
This giant machine with a ball arm, spikes on it.
What does it mean in a raid when you've got to run? I actually want that tension to exist. There's something really emotionally powerful about going on a journey, reaching to the top of the mountain and then crashing back down, confined once again.
think players had a lot of fun when they played Court of Oryx on the Dreadnought, and so we wanted to create a similar type of experience in the Plague Lands, give it this different theme.
You ready for this?
Almost Thunderdome, Mad Max kind of feel, where you jump into the ring and the walls get closed off and then it's just Fallen start pouring out.
Here they come.
And you get a giant flaming axe and you just start beating the crap out of guys.
We thought, how can we increase the ways that you express the way you like to play? And what we came up with was putting different talents on the artifacts.
The artifacts are these relics of the fallen Iron Lords. So you'll quest to earn one of those, and then your last step of that is taking that artifact to the statue of the fallen Iron Lord, fully empowering that for you to use as a player.
Whether it's negating all the dot damage in the Crucible, or whether it's infinite sprint, or turning Fallen onto your side. Which is really, really cool, by the way.
The artifacts that Tyra offers change every week. So there will always be something new and exciting for players following the campaign.
When you put snow, everyone thinks of pelts and cloaks and hoods.
It wouldn't be a knight's tale without a knight's armor.
When you look at the Iron Lords and you look at the Raid set, you look at the Iron Banner set, where you look at Trials of Osiris, they're all new with a much wider palette that players can pull from. And when you throw ornaments on top of all that, we're going to see a lot more variety in gear.
So the ornament system is this really cool thing that lets you take some of your favorite pieces of gear and then you customize this weapon the way you want it to be.
You got your raid weapons, we got your Iron Banner, we got new exotics, old exotics. Do you like sidearms? We got all the sidearms this time around. Gallahorn, enough said.
Coming to the Crucible and Rise of Iron is a new game type called Supremacy.
Defeat your enemy, claim their crest.
It's a fast-paced 6v6 game mode where every kill you get, Guardian drops a crest. Picking up the crest gives you points.
Their glory goes to you, Guardian.
It's a constant battle over picking up crests and making sure that you're with your team and not out of position. If you pick up an enemy crest, you deny the enemy those points.
Excellent recovery.
We have new maps. We always have new maps.
There's Last Exit, lots of twists and turns, lots of really good close combat. Then there's Skyline, a Clovis Bray headquarters building on Mars. It's a symmetrical, large map. The last one is Floating Gardens, which is an open map. One thing we're really excited about in Rise of Iron is the introduction of private matches.
Can't wait to see what people are going to do. They're going to go fire up whatever match they want, play with their friends, host tournaments, have fun arcadey games. They don't have to worry about our matchmaking stuff. They can do it all themselves.
Sometimes when I play and I have headphones on and I'm in that world, I get little chills because it's not just the effects and the amazing graphics, it's the audio that helps reinforce the journey that you're going through.
We really want Destiny to feel like it's a natural world that you inhabit, like it's a world that could exist, that does exist.
The score is incredibly strong, and the work that the audio team has done on this game, it lights you up. It becomes something bigger than just a mountain and just a fight. It becomes an experience, and you hopefully get lost in it. That sense of fun, that sense of adventure, that sense of the unknown, I want to see that translate to our fans and our players.
When you see your character at the end of the campaign, I really, really hope that you feel triumphant and proud, like, wow, I'm becoming an Iron Lord.
Greetings, Guardians. Welcome to the show, and welcome to our own little corner of Gamescom. We're coming to you live from Germany. I'm Deej from Bungie, and I will be the host of this live stream in which we reveal new details about Destiny: Rise of Iron. Or, as they say around these parts, Das Erwachen der Eisernen Lords. I'll get my score from Fuzzle after the show as to whether I pronounced that properly or not. So I hope you enjoyed the new ViDoc. Lots of details for any player of Destiny. Strikes, raids, a new story, rituals, and of course Crucible.
Yes.
Private matches.
Yes, private matches.
So we're going to play that ViDoc again at the end of the show. I know you want to see it again. I pick a new detail out of it every single time I watch it. A huge shout out to Jim McQuillan and the entire Fish Tank team at Bungie for putting together the perfect opening for our multimedia festivities here. So we're going to play that again at the end of the show. We're going to upload it to YouTube so that you can watch it, screenshot it, watch it again. But don't scurry off to do that just yet. Please sit tight with us right here on stream because we've got a lot more to share with you about Destiny Rise of Iron, including private matches.
Private matches.
I'll say to you what I said to Christopher Barrett and Scott Taylor at the original reveal. On behalf of a grateful Guardian nation, I thank you.
Welcome, Deej.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This will change everything. So I have on the hot seat this time Lars Bakken and Steve Cotton. If you've watched our streams in the past, you know these guys. I work at Bungie because of the action these guys created, multiplayer action in former Bungie games. I've been jumping through your hoops for almost a decade now. So let's introduce you to the people in our audience who may not have gotten acquainted with you previously. Lars, talk to them about what you do at Bungie.
Sure. I'm a design lead on the Crucible, and so that means all up everything there. So maps, modes, events like Trials of Osiris, Iron Banner, and also inclusive of all the new stuff, the new maps we have in Rise of Iron, Supremacy, and of course, private matches.
Private matches.
Yes.
And Steve Cotton.
How you doing, Deej?
Back from the reveal stream where we showed the world the Galler Wing.
Ago.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like just yesterday. Actually, no, because we took a plane and 4 trains since then.
5 trains.
5 trains.
4 transfers.
Well, all that matters is that we're here, we're in Germany, and we're going to meet a lot of great people from the community and talk to them all about Das Erwachen der Eisenlords. Eisenlords. I had it, and then I went for it again, and I screwed it up.
Messed it up.
Steve Cotton, talk to us about what you do at Bungie.
So I'd like Lars. I've been at Bungie for a while. I've worked with Lars on multiplayer experiences that we've created for 12 years or so. But on Rise of Iron, I was the world design lead. Got to work with the level designers and the artists, the mission designers on crafting the worlds that you get to play in and that support the activities that we're offering in Rise of Iron.
Interesting. It's an all-encompassing role. I mean, you're not only building the world that we explore in Rise of Iron, you're also working with the teams that are filling it up with action and telling the different stories.
I probably should have said that. Right. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah,
I'm here to layer in all that
the
content.
action.
It's all about the, well, you know, it's all about the action. It's about the places you go, the beautiful things that you see, and the nasty
the
things
team's
there.
Amazing, so it's easy.
Cool. All right. As we saw in the ViDoc, Destiny Rise of Iron will have many different aspects to entertain just about any sort of Guardian. No matter what you love about Destiny the most, Rise of Iron gives you some more of that stuff. For the rest of this live reveal, we're going to be talking about the Crucible.
Yep.
So give me the all up on September 20th in Rise of Iron. What am I going to see that's new in the Crucible?
Sure. So we're going to have 3 new maps for everyone and 1 additional Sony exclusive map.
Okay.
We're going to have a brand new mode, Supremacy, which has a couple of variants. And then we're also going to have private matches.
Private matches. Now we're going to be using private matches today as part of this live stream to show you how Supremacy plays out. Before we go into that, let's pretend that it's the first Iron Banner. Okay, the game mode will be...
It'll be featured in the first Iron Banner. That's something we're pretty excited to do when we first talking about what happens when the first Iron Banner comes along in Rise of Iron, and felt like it was a great
Supremacy,
great way to launch it.
Okay, so it's the first Iron Banner. You and I are in a fire team.
Yep.
I haven't been paying attention. I'll cast my role. I'll cast myself in the role of somebody who hasn't been paying attention. Our ships are going down to the destination, and I say, "Hey, how do I play Supremacy?" What would you say to me?
You're on the wrong fire team.
No, come on. All right, I'm going to cast you in the role of the helpful person from our community that actually helps people play the game.
I can do that.
What would you say?
So Derek just talked about it on the stream, but if you take the base of Clash, which is our team deathmatch, add an objective on top of that. So every time a Guardian dies, they drop a crest, and the only way to score points is to grab that crest.
Okay. And what are the crests? I mean, what's the meaning in the world of Destiny?
The crests are not just not just a representation of your class, they're a representation of your honor. So this is Shaq's favorite game mode. It's about glory. It's about taking other people's honor. And you can defend your honor by taking your own crest back before the enemy can get it. So
now you said it's not just about your class. So when I look at someone's crest, I can tell if they're Hunter, Titan, or Warlock.
Yeah, and I know you're gonna have a special time.
I'm gonna relish picking up those. Apologies in advance, hunters. I'm gonna relish picking up those hunter crests because y'all have it coming with your golden guns hunters. And your blade dancing and your Cosmo knows what I'm talking about. All right, so you can also defend your teammates' honor.
Yeah, so once the crests drop, red means, hey, go grab it, that's the enemy team. Blue means it's your teammates and you want to pick it up, which means you grabbed it, the enemy team doesn't get to pick it up for points, and you completely denied them any score.
Okay, let's see how all this plays out. We have assembled in the room next door. I can see them right through this glass door right here. We have a delegation from the international community. There they are, and we have 2 teams assembled to fight for glory and honor. We have Alpha Team, and in first chair as their team captain, we have Bungie's own Brandon Bjarnason. How you doing, Brandon? We have Lean from Zombie Factory. We have Story Machine. How you doing? We have Activision Tackle Dummy number 1. We have Corey Watson, also from Bungie. And we have Activision Tackle Dummy number 2. Now, moving over to the other side of the wall, we have Bravo Team. In the first chair, Team Captain Dave Petty from Bungie will lead them to glory if they are so able. We have Fuzzle from Destiny Reddit. We have Malika, right here from Twitch. We've got Optic, and we've got Soki, representing the Spanish community, and we have Yoda from Zombies Factory, rounding out the rosters. So, let's take a look at these handsome fire teams in orbit, and this will be our first official glance of the user interface for private matches. So there you go. First thing I need to call out as an old crusty dyed-in-the-wool Bungie clan overlord. In the upper left-hand corner of the interface, blinded by the sun, we have your clan affiliation. Now, we're playing in the development environment, so clans were not available to us. But you, as a player of Destiny, when you host your own private match, we're putting the name of your clan on the side of your clubhouse.
Yeah, this was really cool for us. It's a way to make clans feel more integrated into Destiny. We're doing some other things as well that I don't think we'll talk about yet on the stream, but we'll show your clan affiliation. Anytime someone jumps into your private match in the lobby, they'll see your clan, they'll see your clan tag, and if you don't have a clan, like as we're currently seeing, it'll push you to go to Bungie.net and join a clan or create a clan.
Go. Exactly. We will entice you to join a clan. I highly recommend it to any player. We'll have a new clan roster in the game. It's just all of these are tools that are going to make it easier for you to fill up a private match with worthy adversaries, worthy teammates. We're looking forward to clan challenges against each other, friendly pickup matches. The only other thing I'll call out before we launch is we can see the roster. Everyone piles into this room. They form up into 2 teams. They can use the L1 or R1 buttons to flutter between teams. You can see Brandon doing that for us. So he could switch teams that easily. And you have a lot of flexibility here. You can do a 6v6 match. You can do a 3v3 match.
Yep. You can do a 1v1 match.
Okay.
Between you and I, Deej. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, sure. Let's settle the score, Lars.
And the other thing we won't show on the stream is you can start a match by yourself.
Really?
Yeah. So if you want to go in and check out the new maps, if you want to go in and see where the ammo crates are, how
Practice
the game types
your
work,
jumps.
or you just want to sit and watch The Traveler, in Twilight Gap, like go for it.
Sure. You got a private soundstage for your own creativity. Okay, that's awesome. So we are putting the keys to the Crucible into the hands of the player. Guardians, if you are ready, you're go for launch. So take us out. And thus begins the first official private match with the Destiny community. This is a special moment, and I thank you for it.
It's exciting.
So as they take off here and make their way down to the destination, Steve Cotton, talk to us about the world that we're going to visit.
Yeah, so this is Floating Gardens, one of the new maps in Rise of Iron.
Yeah.
It's a Vex map on Venus, but it actually has a really interesting history. Way back in the days of Destiny 1, when we were first making Destiny, and making Venus, we had concepted a lot of different areas that we wanted to go to. One of which was called the Well of Iron, no relation to the Iron Lords. It's Well of Iron, and it's where the Vex would dump their fallen comrades into this pool of data milk. Anyway, the level designer Mike Vilterman was inspired by that idea. And what you'll see in this map is a lot of those elements. You'll see the data milk stream. You'll see the dead Vex bodies in the middle.
Ceremonial statues that are reminiscent of the original Destiny adventure.
It's a gorgeous map. So,
and here they go, planting the flag, and our first private match with the Destiny community has begun on Floating Gardens. Talk to us a little bit about this map. And what sort of whoa? And did you just come out swinging? So this is obviously a bit of a close quarters map. There's not a lot of room to get away from your opponents, so we're going to see a lot of action on this one.
Brandon got really excited. Like he hasn't had competition like this yet, so this will be interesting.
It's okay, Brandon. Calm down.
You can do it.
Yeah, tactically, this map is a symmetrical map. So those teams started on equal sides. It's a lot like Pantheon. It's a little smaller. It's a little bit bent. It's what we call in-house a 3-lane map, where we give teams 3 equal choices at the well, not equal, but 3 choices at the beginning that converge sort of closer to the middle. And what you'll find here is that in something like Control, this kind of map, you put the center control point is in the middle, and you usually fight over that in some way. But with Supremacy, you just drop.
He just dropped a crest.
Traded,
nice.
Traded and both dropped.
Yeah, in Supremacy, it's more about getting to places that you know to be tactically advantageous, and places where you can not only kill the other team, but put you in a good spot to collect their crest, like he's doing here.
Just to collect a crest. Yeah. So collecting crests is the only way to score a point in Supremacy. You're really putting the emphasis on teamwork here.
Yeah, and it does this really interesting thing in the same way that Clash did before it, where it takes the action to different places on the map than, say, like a Control game, where normally you're fighting over control points. In Supremacy, you're fighting over the locations of where players died. So it automatically makes different parts of the map become the most concentrated at any given time. So you're constantly moving around the map. And it also has teams clump up together a little bit more. So you'll see some natural teamwork happening just due to the fact that the only way to score points is to grab those crests.
And we see somebody making a sacrifice there, grabbing a crest.
And sometimes that's the right thing to do, and sometimes it's not. But like you have to make that call in the moment.
I'm going to call out here on the user interface. We can see where the crests are. So if you make a kill, you fail to pick up that crest. When you respawn, you'll know exactly where you left it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So each kill is worth how many points?
A collected crest will be worth 2 points, and we break it up that way because we want to give the person who got the kill some credit, and also the person who picked it up. So if you get a kill and pick up the crest, you're going to get both points.
2 points.
Yeah.
And if I make a kill and you pick up the crest for me,
you'll get 1 point and I'll get another point.
Okay.
It's still team score.
Yep.
So the points go to the entire team. It's just if I get a kill and someone picks it up on my team, you feel like you were part of the whole process.
So if you're the type of player that's used to saying, "Hey, bro, you stole my kill," break that habit immediately, because
I think you'll be happy that your teammates like grab those crests. Yeah.
Boom.
There we go.
So like a nice close quarters kill is nice, because if you use a shotgun or if you use something like Fist of Havoc, your downed crest is going to be right in front of you. Snipers are going to have a harder time with this. They're definitely going to need to collaborate with their teammates to do that collection work.
Yeah, you can't just sit on one side of the map or down a lane, snipe away, and then expect to be super effective. If you don't have someone that is collecting those crests on your team, then you're effectively just wasting sniper bullets.
Interesting, yeah. And we can see also that the most skilled teams in this variant are going to hunt in packs. What was it we used to say? The strength of the wolf
is the pack.
Is the pack.
Yes.
So obviously you don't want to clump up too much, otherwise you become 2 or 3 free crests. But if you don't have anybody working with you to collect those things, the point for making a kill is not guaranteed. You don't just automatically get the point for making the kill. Someone actually has to pick up that crest for either of those points to get scored, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
And there we go.
Gallarhorn.
Wolfpack rounds ride again.
Woo.
Boom,
Oh,
boom.
that was close quarters. That was dangerous.
And the Stormcaller has something to say about all of that. Yeah, the guys in my clan call that the Storm Chaser, because as soon as you hear that, it's like, run, 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 and that's what he does. He chases you. He or she, of course. So this is a smaller map. It's a symmetrical map. A lot of shotguns on this map, a lot of close quarters fighting on this map. What else do you hope will happen as you design a space like this? What's the full governing philosophy behind the 3 lanes of traffic?
Well, you hope that the 3 lanes have like different experiences down each of them, right? So when you're making a choice, you kind of know what type of fight you want to get into. I mean, the shotguns are definitely going to be pervasive over here on the right, more enclosed areas, but on that outer edge where it's a little longer sight lines, I think you want longer distance fights. I mean, it's in Supremacy, the way it plays out. I think you have somebody supporting somebody else with longer range weapons, most likely. But you hope that.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
You hope that stuff happens.
Oh, denied. Couldn't get to the crest in time, but ended up taking out that guy anyways. Good work.
Oh.
So when you think of your favorite Destiny maps, there's always a portion of the map that's kind of the hot zone. You know, when you look at the heat maps, that's where most of the kills get made. Where do you think is going to be the sweet spot for a team to control here on Floating Gardens?
On Floating Gardens, I mean, the 50-yard line's pretty popular, right? I mean,
and where's that?
That is right down. It's easy to figure out once you see it, but it's this Vex data milk river right down the middle of this map. So, and then there's a couple of different interesting spaces along that axis. They're fighting there right now. He's on it. And so you want to command that area.
That would be where all the crest indicators are on the
exactly.
map.
That's not a surprise. So,
so these are 2 pretty evenly matched fire teams. This is actually pretty good.
This is great.
We brought in people from the community, and we were having them play against members of the Bungie away team, as well as our friends from Activision, who built this lovely space where all this magic happens for us. And we're, there's when the guys on the Activision team saw who was coming in to fight from the community, they're like, "Optic? What are you doing to me, man?" It's like, hey, we got some hitters on your team. Don't worry about it. Brandon's got game. He's probably one of the most skilled Bungie employees in the studio, in which case we're definitely going to form up our own Bungie team and get in on some of this private matches action.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, that was a close match.
Close match. The team that we were spectating lost. And there you have it. Our first private match with the players in our community. We're going to play one more private match. I'm going to give them a moment to collect themselves, to return to orbit. Brandon's backstage, sort of fanning the flames of a game well played. We salute you. And whether your honor was collected or not, every Guardian is a hero of honor. So please don't take it hard. But we have more gameplay to enjoy. So we're here in orbit. Once again, greeted by the user interface that you would use to set up your own private match. So, Brandon, if you could, let's take them through the game options. We're going to continue to play Supremacy, but if we take a look at the game types, we have 3 pages of game types here. You're essentially giving them access to every single combat scenario that you've shipped with Destiny.
Yeah, we tried to be. It was important for us to bring those modes in, especially the modes that maybe we're just weekly rotators in the past, some Inferno modes. So if it's not up for you that week, there's still the possibility that you can play.
Mayhem is always popular.
Yeah, Mayhem as well. Like
people are always asking for a Mayhem Iron Banner, and I say, oh God, the horrors! I do not want to read those tweets, but they could recreate that for themselves.
They could. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So all the game modes there, and then
so you pick your combat scenario, then you pick your map. We've shipped a lot of Destiny maps across all the different expansions.
Around 30.
Dark
maps
Below, House of Wolves, Taken King, now Rise of Iron. So they're all in here, so we can page through almost 30 maps, up to 30 maps.
You're going to see maps in here you haven't seen for a while.
Yep, including Skyline, which is a map they've never seen.
Yeah, it's a map they've never seen. I was going to say, Deej.
Right, so including that one.
That.
For the sake of illustration purposes, go ahead and pick First Light. Now watch what happens to the interface. As you can see, we added a couple of options there. Some maps are outside, so we can play with time of day. Some maps are big enough to accommodate vehicles.
Right.
So talk to me about time of day. I mean, is that just a style choice, or does that actually impact gameplay?
It can change gameplay.
Yeah.
It can change tactically how you play, and you know, in Destiny we do have time of day as an option in the maps, and normally in matchmaking it's just a randomized choice.
Yeah.
So sometimes you'll get a map at night, sometimes you'll get it midday, sometimes you'll get it in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was a cool option to give players because it does feel different. Rusted Lands feels different when you're playing at night.
Yeah. Even if you're going in there and screenshotting.
Yeah.
You know, we used to take pictures of maps all the time and share them with the people in our clan. This is where you stand when we tell you where you're supposed to snipe, you know, so if you need better lighting conditions for those sorts of things, or if you just want to create the right mood, if you're, you know, waging your own tournament on a given theme. And then vehicles, near and dear to my own personal heart. You know, we've talked about the fact that Sparrow Racing League is coming back. It's some of the best fun I've had playing Destiny, and I am really looking forward to seeing who in the community uses this vehicle setting creatively. I've heard tell that there's been a little bit of fun in the playtest labs.
Well, we had a take-home test a couple weeks ago, and someone's like, hey, why don't we play 6v6 elimination on Bastion at night with vehicles, and we did, and it was awesome. I mean, it was so crazy, but it was super fun, and so that was just a glimpse of what we think the community will be, you know, toying around with.
Well, and with their creativity, Destiny can be things that it never was previously, so we're certainly looking forward to that. So Brandon, take us back up the menu chain there a little bit. We've chosen our map. Actually, we haven't chosen our map. We're not going to play.
Choose one.
Yeah, where are we going next? We're going to Icarus. Icarus. There we go. So we'll go to Icarus. This is a smaller map, so the considerations about vehicles drop away. We'll take a look at our score limit. You can design your own duration of play. This can be a long match. This can be a short match. And then there is, of course, the time limit.
Brandon's pretty optimistic with the score.
I know.
Yeah. So for our purposes, we wanted these to be 7-minute matches.
Yeah.
That way we guarantee that the match ends in a timely fashion, but we didn't want it to end sooner, so we pushed out the kill count way out. So that's our logic in creating this private match. Perhaps you'll make different decisions as you start to set up your own private matches. With that, I think we look good, yeah? Is that what we want?
Yeah, that looks good.
Supremacy on Icarus, score and time. And then finally, we haven't talked about light level. If you're playing with a friend of yours and you're both max light and you want a 1v1 and you want to, you know, you got something to prove, you want to settle some scores, go ahead and turn your light on. That makes this like Trials of Osiris or Iron Banner, where your light score plays a factor in the combat. If you want to turn that off, you want to enjoy your favorite year one weapons again, you want to, you want to host your throwback night tournament, you can just disable that stuff. That's what we're doing right now. This is the match that we want to fight, so you can dismiss your options. And once again, we're go for launch. Everyone ready? It's all yours. Take us out. So Icarus, Steve Cotton.
All right, Icarus. Yeah.
Where are we going?
Icarus is it's a Warmind solar collector on Mercury.
Okay.
Again, the level designers, where they come up. This is a really fascinating story about where they come up with their inspiration, but they were fascinated by real world technology. These power towers, these heliostat sort of thermal like collectors that exist on Earth. They heat molten salt up to like 1,500 degrees. It's crazy. So, what better place to collect solar energy than Mercury? And
it's certainly closer.
Yeah, it's a little. It's probably. But they and they put it in a pit basically, and put all the arrays of mirrors around that pointed at this thing. It's glorious.
Right there.
It looks amazing.
Now this is the first human installation that we've seen on Mercury. When I think about the lighthouse, or when I think about some of the different Crucible maps that you've set there, it's usually Vex in nature, but this is, Warmind similar to Rasputin. That Golden Age tech is coming more into play here. So let the games begin. This is round 2 of Supremacy, and as the match plays out, talk to us a little bit about how the environment is impacting the gameplay. Looks like we've got our first blood right there.
This one's a little bit tighter than Floating Gardens.
Is this a symmetrical map?
This is a radial map.
A radial map?
Or you say round.
A round
map.
Circular in nature.
No, it's a radial map. It's the interiors. It's a lot like Anomaly, but the exteriors are much more open. Again, this gorgeous skybox that the artists have created.
Must be a War Minds
nice.
thing. I mean, Anomaly is also a circular map, so the War Minds, they think in a circular fashion. All right, picking up those crests, putting points on the board.
Nice.
Yeah, running the table, sliding into the crest. You get style points for that?
No, you don't, but
you should.
But you sure feel cool doing it. Like so that was great. That was a denial right there.
Yeah.
So that could have been a double kill. Instead, so we can see down here in the lower left-hand corner, the user interface is telling us a lot about the combat. We can see Bravo team seizing quests. I want to say quests so bad. Crests. They're seizing the crests. So this just gives you an idea as to who's running the table, who's leading the match.
Yeah, there's a couple things going on there too. We have audio cues for taking crests and denying crests. So not only are you seeing it in the kill feed down there, but you're also hearing it as well. So we want to have multiple ways that information is conveyed.
Our chat room is also observing the fact that there are new medals, which is
yes.
I really meant to keep a sharper eye on chat to see how they were enjoying the fun, but amidst all the excitement, I forgot to look down. So hey, chat, sorry about that. Lazy Summerstone, you called it. New medals
3 hours sleep
in Supremacy. 3 hours sleep, 1 airplane, 4 trains.
I did see that right there.
5 trains.
That guy's got
5 trains.
Yeah, I just saw it.
So should we talk about artifacts?
We should talk about artifacts because I just saw that.
I did too.
So this is Brandon, right? He's playing. He's running.
Yeah, he's running the hand cannon.
Yeah, so he's got the artifact Memory of Perun equipped, which highlights enemies. The ones that are low on health, it highlights red, and the ones that are full on super, it highlights yellow.
So you can see if somebody's about to unleash a super. You can see if they're charged.
Yeah, the time you have to react is it's going to look really small. You get used to it though, and it's very helpful in making just quick knee-jerk decisions. There you go. That was
nice.
He was low on health, and then he was dead.
That's wicked. And all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
So if somebody has a red glow, that's a visual cue for what the community would refer to as absolute. You know, this person is taking damage.
They might not be absolute, but they'll be close. So their health is getting pretty low once they start. We also just saw a tiny glimpse of one of the other artifacts as well.
Did you see that?
That was that Stormcaller's not going to be happy.
What was that?
Yeah, they were just activating the super and got gunned down in their prime like a Stormcaller dog in the streets.
These matches are really close.
Fistful of crests.
Fistful of crests.
Again.
Yeah, so this dead orbit shotgun's doing a little bit of work. So we took a look at one of the artifacts, these new tributes to the Iron Lords, the things that change the way you play. Let's take a look at Dave Petty's viewpoint and see which artifact he's using.
Right, so he's got Memory of Galian, so which enhances your tracker. Basically gives you third eye on your primary, so it stays up all the time, and also gives you more granularity in the pie wedges, so you have more accuracy.
Okay,
so give you extra information.
Wait
too, ammo location.
And you can see all the ammo and the objectives show up.
And we'll wait for him to aim down sights, and there you go. The radar stays. That'll be awfully handy. Now there is one artifact where where you can take control of another enemy's mind. Do we enable that in the Crucible? That
would be fun, but no.
Can I take control of the brain of somebody who's elsewhere on the internet and ask them to go out and buy me snacks and stuff?
Just AI.
All right. Well, I want you guys to keep working on that technology.
We saw something briefly though, like a few seconds ago before you started asking about that, where the crests actually have physical properties in the world.
Look at there. Look at there.
That was like on cue.
Wow.
When they get killed, they move around. You can fire a rocket near it, a grenade. Like you'll see it move downstairs, ramps, and it's not a lot. It's pretty light, and we worked on it for a long time to make sure it didn't affect it so much as to be annoying. But it's there, and it adds an extra layer of interest to the game.
Yeah, it really does.
So Lars, Stormborn52 just tuned into the stream, and he wants to know if Rise of Iron has private matches. Do you have an official comment on that?
Look at your
Stormborn, I'm happy to say that yes.
Private match is confirmed. We're actually playing one right now. It does say private test build up in the corner. That's just, that's our development environment. But private matches are confirmed in Destiny. Choose your combat mode. Choose your map. Choose your time of day. Choose whether or not you want vehicles. And right now they're enjoying a little bit of Supremacy, which is our brand new game mode, which is why you see this combatant picking up those crests. You left a hunter crest right there on the ground.
And someone just took a, oh wow. Sorry, Deej.
These games are close.
Yeah, these are some nail biters. These are some close matches.
That's exactly what we want. It's good.
And all we're fighting for today is a little bit of honor, a little bit of bragging rights, a little bit of stream hype, perhaps. Nice. So when you collect a blue crest is friendly quest. You've sort of used the GI Joe laser color palette here.
Yeah, well, we wanted to go simple.
Yeah.
And when you grab a blue one, you're actually denying the enemy team points. So
depriving the enemy.
Basically, the simple thing to do, remember in this mode, is if you see a crest, grab it.
Sure, right.
Yeah. No matter the color.
And then you gave us different colors for the crests so we could at least understand how the battle is progressing.
Correct.
Unlike those grenades where you never know if you're going to run through an enemy fog or a friendly fog. Look at that super showdown, and the hammers win. Got a few more hammers. There you go. You have redeemed yourself. Your team has won. Good games to all. Good games to all. Thanks so much to our community combatants for putting on a good show today. The first 2 private matches in the history of our community have played out, and
exciting.
We've got nothing else to play. We're going to save the other 2 maps. We're going to hold those in reserve. Actually, I believe our friends at Game Informer played on the other 2 maps, they've been kind enough to hold those cards close to the vest, and they're going to kick off what I understand to be a week of Crucible coverage after this stream. So if you want to know more about Supremacy, if you want to see the other 2 maps, and behold their beauty and the new geometry, keep an eye on Game Informer. Apparently, they're going to let slip with those details all week long. So let's summarize what we have learned, or rather what we have taught and what they have learned about the Crucible. When Rise of Iron comes out, I get how many maps?
Everyone gets 3 maps, and there's a Sony exclusive as well.
Supremacy is exclusive to Rise of Iron.
Yes.
Okay. It's a new mode that you're shipping with this new adventure.
Yep.
So if you want to play Supremacy, get yourself some Rise of Iron. However, if you want to enjoy a private match, who can play private matches?
Anyone that has a PS4, Xbox One version of Destiny has access to private matches.
So I got a Destiny 1 disc. I played it for a few months. I took a walk to play some other games, or I fell off, the radar of the community. I'm watching this stream right now, or maybe a buddy of mine says, hey, remember that thing you always said you wanted to do? They put it in now. So I can take my Destiny 1 disc, plug it into my PS4 or my Xbox One, download a whole bunch of updates.
Yes.
We've been busy. We've been busy in their absence. And you can enjoy private matches with all your friends.
That's correct.
You're probably going to ask them to turn light off, though, because you're not going to have. You're going to have all year one.
Yeah, they might want to do that if they don't have a.
You're going to have year one armor and weapons. You're like, guys, can we play without light? Sure, we can. Okay, so. We know the community is going to do amazing things with this new feature set. We're going to be watching. We're going to be learning from you, as we always do. This was one of the most frequently requested features. So I couldn't be more thrilled that you've taken it and put it into the game. And this was part of the Rise of Iron development cycle. Rise of Iron heralds the arrival of this new feature, but we're going to make it available to all players on current generation PS4, Xbox One. We know that you're going to have a lot of questions about how all of this works and what all of this means to the game that you love to play with your friends. So our friends on the Destiny player support team are going to hook you up with some answers. If you make your way to Bungie.net, there will be some support articles that are going live with a brand new blog article, essentially talking about private matches and the new game options that you can use to structure your own engagements. Some of the different clan features that are going live with Destiny Rise of Iron. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Forward to the tribal warfare that's going to open up between our players, hardcore communities. Looking forward to showdowns between Invigorate and Rezo and just like the whole thing. It's going to be awesome. And then, of course, if you want to plan and manage your own Destiny tournament, we have just some guidelines, basic rules and regulations for how all that can go down so that everybody in the community can have some good, safe interactions with each other and that expectations are properly set there. So that's one thing to go check out after the stream. We are now going to go into quiz show mode so that we can summarize. You're on the hot seat for a reason.
Putting us on the spot.
Yep. So we are going to be in this studio for the rest of the week. We're going to be talking about Rise of Iron. We're going to be playing the new strike. What's the name of the new strike?
The Wretched Eye.
The Wretched Eye. That is absolutely correct.
Quiz?
That's the first question.
Good job.
You nailed that.
You need like a ding or something.
Yep. So we're going to be on this couch. Go to Bungie.net to see the full schedule of all the international streamers that are going to come in here. Different personalities, different languages, different points of origin. It's going to be awesome. We're going to meet a lot of people who love and play this game and lead the community in their own right. Next question. When does Rise of Iron launch?
Is that for me or him?
I think you should take this one.
Just buzz in.
Oh, I just buzz? That's a great question, Deej. I'm glad you asked.
Well, there you go.
September 20th.
All right. So Tuesday, September 20th is when we all invade the Plaguelands for the first time, and then there will be the raid. Brand new raid. When does the brand new raid launch, Lars?
Friday the 23rd.
Bonus question. What's it called?
Wrath of the Machine?
There you go. You guys are on fire. It's almost as if you guys made this game.
Tiebreaker.
Okay.
No,
all right. Tiebreaker. Actually, there is no tiebreaker. That's the end of it. But if you're watching this and if you've missed out on one of the adventures to Destiny that we've released to date, and you want to play some catch-up, we have some different ways for you to do that. You may have seen a trailer for Destiny: The Collection. That's your catch-up bundle. It's all of the adventures that we have ever released in Destiny to date, including Rise of Iron, everything up to that point, Destiny, Dark Below, House of Wolves, Taken King, and Rise of Iron. If you're looking forward to investing deeply in the private matches, it's good to get all those maps into your inventory, or perhaps you just want to play and catch up and see what we've been up to while you've been away. If you don't want to play catch up, but you feel like your Guardian isn't combat ready, there's going to be a character boost so that you are ready for action, ready to run into the Plaguelands as soon as Lord Saladin says go. What else do we have? We have, as part of the Destiny The Collection, we have a digital upgrade path. So if you are one of our friends on a legacy console, mean to say a PS3 or an Xbox 360, if you own the Taken King on that system and you get yourself a shiny new PS4 or Xbox One, open up the digital marketplace on your new console, go to the PSN store, go to the Xbox Live Marketplace, you'll be able to buy Destiny The Collection at a discount. It'll detect that you have the Taken King, and it'll allow you to pick it up for $40. So we hope that makes it a little bit easier for you to continue your adventure with us. Wouldn't be the same without you. And this game is nothing without its community. I'm sure you agree.
Agreed.
Because you do great things for them. You do great things for them, fellas. So again, that's not all that we have planned. We put so much effort into building this lovely set, so we're going to get a lot of mileage out of it. There are going to be other people to come here and hang out with us. Looking forward to a lot of people from the community to come and tell us in their own words what they think of the Wretched Eye strike and who knows what else. Thanks for watching. Thank you, gentlemen, for taking 5 trains to be with us here in Cologne and to show us everything that you've been working on. Thank you to our guest community combatants in the next room. You guys were awesome. And we thank you for watching. I already said that, but I'll say it again. So this is the end of our stream. It's time to fan out onto the internet and get yourself some more details. You can watch that ViDoc on YouTube. We're about to play it for you again right here. You can check out what Game Informer is saying about the Crucible, and it may well be that one of your favorite YouTubers was invited to our studio a couple of weeks ago to play these things for themselves. So their embargo should be lifting soon, but just check it out. If you follow the right people on Twitter, you'll see a lot of links to new information. I am Deej from Bungie. This has been Lars Bakken.
Hello.
This is still Steve Cotton. And it's been our pleasure to host you on stream. Stay tuned to our channel all week long, and very soon we'll see you atop Fellwinter Peak. Thank you for watching.